We move now to some breaking news that's just coming in. The Congress versus Tharoor controversy. It is official now. Congress snubs Tharoor. No invite for the rally. Tharoor reveals, I have not been invited by the top brass. Tharoor's Modi praise has deeply upset the Congress. Tharoor has admitted to issues with the Congress leadership but he says that there is no split with the Congress workers. Has Tharoor's patriotism hurt Congress? He spoke for the country but is being snubbed by Congress. He's admitted that there is issues with the Congress leadership now and he's not been invited. Remember, Shashi Tharoor's backing of the Indian government and his decision to go for as part of the MP's delegation to various countries to represent India after Operation Sindoor had raised eyebrows in the Congress party. And we've seen the kind of questions that have been raised about Shashi Tharoor and his statements that he made while he was part of these delegations. Now, we've seen as he came back, he has been appreciated by the government, but clearly the Congress party is not happy. Shibi is live on this with us. Shibi, what more do we know? Shashi Tharoor saying that he is being snubbed, that the Congress leadership is very angry with him.
Well, Anisha, we have to see this in the context of Kerala because, the question that we asked him about was about the Nilambur by-election that's taking place today. And we saw an extensive campaign being taken out by the Congress party and the only person who was missing from it was Dr. Shashi Tharoor. When we asked him if he was not invited or not, he said that he was not invited. And that's all right because this is today's election is going to take place. I don't want to put my party in trouble. There are few issues with the leadership, but I don't have an issue with the Congress cadres and I wish the candidate all the best is what he has said. Now, Nilambur, the by-election that's taking place is a very important contest as far as the Congress in Kerala is concerned because they've declared it as a semi-final before the grand finale, which is the state assembly election scheduled next year. It's a constituency, it's an assembly segment that's coming under the Wayanad parliamentary constituency, led by Gandhi. So it's a very important constituency and the only person missing was Dr. Shashi Tharoor and he's clearly said that, I was not invited. I had other commitments. I was not in the country for a long time, but I was back since the last few days. But even then I was not invited for the campaign. I've extensively campaigned for Congress candidates in Kerala in the past also, but this time I was not invited and that's all right. I will, raise these issues whenever it's time is what he said. He has had issues with the state leadership here in particular because, earlier he has praised the left government here and this is which had not gone well down with the Congress leadership in the state. He had shown interest to be, chosen as a chief minister candidate for Congress in Kerala for the next assembly election. So he has, raised these issues in the past, which has caused a lot of rift between the Congress leadership in the state and Shashi Tharoor. So once again, he's, making it clear that there are very strong issues going
Shibi,
on.
I'm going to have to interrupt you here for a moment. Shashi Tharoor is speaking to the media. Let's listen in.
I was not invited by the party, but that's all right. First of all, I was gone for much of the time on this official diplomatic mission. When I came back, there was no insistence, no missed call from the leadership saying I should come. So I took it as an opportunity to fulfill my prior commitments, which I did, including chairing a committee meeting of external affairs, which was a good meeting in Delhi. And I've come to Kerala. As it happens, I came yesterday. Today is voting day. And I'm urging everyone to vote for my party's candidate. He's a good candidate. When I was Minister for HRD, I had the honor of giving him an award as the head of the municipality of the Nilambur, which had then become India's first municipality to have 100% literacy, adult literacy included. That's the kind of service to the public we need to see happening. My party workers have been working very hard, including many from Thiruvananthapuram who have been in touch with me. And I hope that their efforts are crowned with success. And I would say that the values of the institution of the Congress party are the institutional values that have kept me in the Congress party. My values are a matter of record. My close relations with party workers have seen me through 4 elections in my own constituency and in numerous elections. I mean, last time I remember campaigning in 56 constituencies in the state assembly elections, and Congress party workers have been by my side everywhere. So I just want to stress my relationship with my brothers and sisters in the Congress party is always what it is, and it's very strong. Yes, there may have been some differences with the leadership on some issues. Those can be sorted out in closed-door conversations, and I don't see any reason to discuss them now. Whatever is out there in the public domain is out there. We leave it there, but I can always discuss them in private when and if appropriate. So far, as I've said, no one has reached out to me, but that's all right. When the time comes, when the need arises, we will always be able to talk to each other.
And Shibi continues to be with me on this story. Shibi, Tharoor has said that there is no split. He said that everything is out in the open, but he is supporting the candidate in the by-election. He said that the party workers in Kerala are people he is close to. What is happening? What is the situation in Kerala right now with the Congress party? Because there is, of course, a state election also coming up.
The relation between Shashi Tharoor and the Congress leadership in the state has not been really great. If you look in the last few years, especially, it's all started mainly. It came out in the public when he wrote an article praising the left government here, who is like the main, main rival as far as Congress is concerned. It's been a CPI versus Congress state since the last many decades, since the beginning of the democratic elections in the state. So, at that particular juncture, when the Congress is facing a very crucial assembly elections, is when Dr. Shashi Tharoor had written an article praising the left government and its policies here, so which had not gone down well with the Congress leadership, and they hit out openly against Dr. Tharoor, saying that he might not be aware of the things that's happening in Kerala. He should be here in the constituency or in the state to understand what's going wrong here, is what the Congress leadership. They even took the issue to the High Command, and the central leadership of the Congress party had invited Dr. Tharoor for a discussion, and had spoke to him to maintain silence and not to indulge in such open fight with the state leadership. He had also many times shown his interest to be considered as the chief ministerial candidate for the Congress next year, for the Congress in the next assembly election. So the relationship has not been great. We haven't seen him out there in the picture campaign. He did campaign for Priyanka Gandhi last year for the by-elections, but we have not seen him around here during any of the Congress party decisions, Congress party major programs in the state. So that's definitely there. It's out there in the open, and today the Congress leadership has hit out at Tharoor, saying that there's no particular invitation required for anyone to come and campaign. We are not a party who sends invitation to anybody for campaign. If he wanted to campaign, he could have come on his own and campaigned, is what the Congress leadership has set out. But Tharoor has also maintained that there might be leadership issues with the leadership, but the Congress cadres are the ones who fought for me, who stood with me. So I stand by them and the institution that the Congress is, if not the leadership.
All right, thank you for that, Shibi. Let's listen into what are the statements that Shashi Tharoor has made, praising the Prime Minister Modi, praising the BJP government, which has landed him in hot water. Let's take a look.
So far, I must say that what we've seen from the press statements by both the Prime Minister and by President Trump are very encouraging, because it looks like some of the big concerns we all had have been addressed. For example, on the question of trade and tariffs, they've decided to sit down together and do a serious negotiation that will conclude by the fall, which is the autumn, September, October of this year. I think that's a very good outcome, because otherwise the fear was there might be some hasty decisions made in Washington which would have affected our exports. This way there is time to discuss and negotiate. I welcome that.
Shivi continues to be with me on this story. Shivi, we're seeing, as you were just saying, there has been certain questions about Shashi Tharoor's relationship with the Kerala State Congress as well as the central leadership. And now with today he's not been invited to the rally. What more are you picking up, especially with the elections coming up in the state and the questions being raised about Tharoor's role in Indian outreach to other countries after Operation Sindoor?
Well, Anisha, like you pointed out, it's not just about the left government, being praising Tharoor praising left government an issue. It's also about him continuously praising Prime Minister Modi, his foreign policies, and we have also seen instances where top Congress leaders like Jairam Ramesh coming out and saying that not to take Shashi Tharoor's opinions as party's opinions, but his personal opinions. To which Dr. Tharoor has replied that I agree to him. I agree to that fact that my opinions should be treated as mine and not as parties, because I'm not a spokesperson. I am not the regular kind of politician who likes to criticize anyone, just because we are on the opposite side. I would like to point out good things, even if it's a left government in Kerala or even if the BJP government at the center. If somebody does something good, then I would like to point out that that's how my ways have been and that's how I'm going to be. So don't take it as party's opinion, is what he also has firmly said. But yes, we'll have to see, considering that, the assembly elections in Kerala is scheduled in another 8 months, and the fact that Congress cannot afford to lose the state election, because in the last 10 years they've not been in power in the state, and they will have to ensure that they come back to power if they have to sustain their vote bank, ensure that their the vote, not just the vote bank, their strong leadership stands strongly in the state of Kerala. So it's a very crucial election. We'll have to see in the coming days and the coming months what he's going to say as far as this this issue is concerned.
Well, Shivi, we saw the questions that have been asked because as leaders from all levels of the party were present, Shashi Tharoor was not at the rally in Nilambur. So, and even in the last several days, as election campaigning is going on, he does not seem to be there. So it seems that a lot of questions are being asked about Shashi Tharoor's role in the party, about the possible split and the Kerala bypoll itself.